Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and with me is my beautiful wife and star of the show, Corey Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, Silva Property Management, and Happy Nest Holdings. We're super excited to have you all here with us today. Thank you so much for showing up and showing your support. We appreciate you. Well, welcome to the final week of October. We made it. What a long month. Just one more day, and it is Halloween. Halloween. You ready?
I'm ready to see if it's a complete success or a complete fail with my costume tomorrow.
Wow. Did you guys love the positivity and the confidence Chris has in me in our Halloween skills?
I gave you 50-50 odds.
Wow. That makes me feel even better. Thank you for reiterating.
50-50 is good. I like it. Flip a coin. We'll see what happens.
Let's have you be in charge next year. There'll be like 0 odds that it's going to turn out all right.
Dang.
Well,
probably 100% factual.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, I need you to just be confident in like what I do. I think the reason why Chris feels this way is one year we had these costumes and we did Muppet Babies, and Chris's costume was so creepy. He did not look like Kermit by any means. And in my head, he was going to look really cool, but he looks so scary and creepy.
I look so sussy, you guys. I look like some weird creep at the park with no kids playing by the playground, like just sitting there.
No, he looked like
I look creepy.
He looked like he should have been at Venice Beach.
Nah, it was.
I don't know what's going on.
I didn't like that. I had to take the costume off because I gave myself pedophile
Even the
vibes.
kids,
It was
the
gross.
kids were like, "Take that off, Dad." You look
It was the
that way.
weirdest thing, and it was during COVID. That was a COVID Halloween.
Because I had to get him a mask. Right when you go out, we had to wear masks. So I got him this Kermit mask, and it was so creepy. I usually save all of our costumes. I think I got rid of that one right away.
She burnt that one real quick. And then today we have, you went back on the picture for the Pokemon family costumes. And the first hat, or like the first costume that came by or something like that, I think it was a hat, was super janky too.
It happens. I mean, sorry, but
For Ash Ketchum.
you got to go out there and just try to find things, put it together. I don't like buying costumes pre-made at the Halloween stores. I don't know. They don't turn out good. In the picture, they look great, but then you put them on and they're just something's weird about them. So I like to kind of piece my own things together and bring them to life. So
It's the best way.
anyways, well, Tanya's here with us. Said, hi, Chris and Corey. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too, Tanya. And she said, I love your Mickey ears, Corey. Well, thank you. I actually got this from one of my girls, one of my friends over at Orange Theory. We started off Hell Week last week. And Karen and I went as twinsies on day 2 of Hell Week. And so we showed up with matching ears and our 5 a.m. squad shirts. And she provided both of these for us. So.
Twinning and winning.
That's right. We are winning all the time. So thank you, Karen. If you're watching this show, we appreciate you. Well, who's ready to take the kids out trick-or-treating? Are you ready?
I'm excited because we're doing the family thing again.
Yes.
We're getting together with the cousins. And I'm excited. I'm going to enjoy every Halloween that we have together.
Yes, I'm excited about it too. The kids are excited.
We've had a lot of people ask us, I think more this year than any other year.
Right. I think they're getting to that age.
Right. But more people have invited us more than any other year to go trick-or-treating with them.
Yeah, which I'm so surprised. We never get the invite. So
Our kids are so popular.
no, I think they're just getting older and their friends want to spend time with them. You know, it's like the kids make their decision like, oh, I want to hang out with this person. It's not the parents trying to get everyone together because they're getting older. So hopefully we can hang on to this tradition as long as possible with the cousins because I know all the kids have such a great time. Does anyone have any fun plans for trick-or-treating or just Halloween in general? Leave us a comment. Let us know about it. We'd love to hear about it. Our producer, he's going over to Six Flags tomorrow. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Was it Fright Fest?
Yeah, that's when you're young and you're dating, right? I'm not trying to be scared when I'm old. I might punch somebody. Yeah, or have a heart attack. One or the other.
Wet yourself.
Wet myself. Yeah, I got bladder problems.
Oh my gosh. Why are you sounding like such an old man?
I'm getting in character because tomorrow I am going to be anger.
Yes.
So I'm just getting there. You start off with the grumpiness. I'm just letting it build because I want to be in full character tomorrow.
Oh gosh, watch out. Oh my
Maybe I
Lord.
won't feed myself all day.
Please
And I'll
don't.
just be hangry on the way
Please
out.
don't do that. I don't think anyone will want to be around you.
Oh, man.
Chris is going to have a full red face. I'm excited that I'm going to be able to put all that makeup on you. I think even a portion of your head, because we have to cover the parts that the wig doesn't. Even your ears are going to be red.
Whatever.
Look at his face.
I'm good. As long as it doesn't get in my eyes, I'm good.
Oh, I can't wait. We'll take lots of pictures.
I'm not doing anything with my eyelashes, though. That's a step too far for me.
Your eyelash. Why would I do anything with your eyelashes?
You might get a little extra now that you have a paintbrush in front of me, little makeup brush. I just want to just set some boundaries right now. Just let you know what's not going to happen.
Okay, I'll just do the eyeliner then.
No eyeliner neither.
And the lipstick.
I've never been into Kiss. We're good.
Oh my goodness. Well, Tanya said that Vivian and James are going to their friends' houses for Halloween. Maybe they'll watch like scary movies, something like that. You know what? That brings me up to a topic. I know it's kind of off topic. We don't have it in our notes for the day, but what was the worst scary movie that like scarred you as a kid?
Oh, wait. Worst as in it was terrible or
No,
worse
like,
than that wasn't scary?
like it was scary and made you scared where to the point where you couldn't sleep at night. Or like you thought you saw something in your room or you saw a figure in the window coming through.
You know what? I think it wasn't that scary, but I think I was traumatized by Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Because it was so bad. I'd have dreams of Freddy Krueger all the time.
Right.
And it was so bad that I had to become friends with him in my dreams.
Oh, wow.
So that he'd stop chasing me.
Wow. So yeah, this really affected you.
Yeah, PTSD. It was so bad that I was Freddy Krueger for Halloween. And I was like in 5th or 6th grade where I was the only Freddy Krueger. That wasn't a popular thing to be a villain back in 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah, because guess
everybody wanted
what?
to be like Batman. Everybody's Batman or
I don't think any of the parents are letting their kids watch it when you're in 5th grade.
Oh, I was watching all the Spanish families. They do. Spanish families. It's like it's the weirdest thing. It's like the rite of passage. Like, oh, my kid watched, Chucky when he was 5. Okay.
Okay.
Good for you, buddy.
For you. Well, my scariest one, I think, had to be Freddy Krueger because my older cousin, she'd babysit us and she let us watch it one time. Why she let us do that, I don't know. I think I was like in 2nd grade. I was terrified. That's Nola's age. I was terrified. I thought I saw Freddy's fingernails on the window, and then she was like, "Did you hear that?" Like she would play it up. Like because she had those long acrylics, so she would mess with us too. Gina, she'd be like, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
That
She
song
would
was catchy
mess
too.
with us.
The song was catchy.
Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was terrified of that. And then Chucky, of course, Chucky.
You know what another big one was? It didn't really bother me none, but I remember kids used to freak themselves out in the bathroom. Candyman.
Oh yeah, Candyman.
Yes, they used to do Candyman in the bathroom when that came
I didn't
out.
even want to watch that. Someone would have it on. I'd leave the room. I'm not trying to see no Candyman.
I used to watch all the scary movies. I was really into them at a young age. But, I want to say by like 15, I was over them. I'm not into scary movies. I don't want to watch scary movies.
Movies are just not
zero interest.
the business. No, thank you.
I'd rather laugh than be scared.
Right? For sure. Well, Monica's here with us. She said, "Hi, friends. Missed you." I think she's talking about jujitsu. We didn't go yesterday because...
Oh, she says poltergeist. Who said poltergeist?
Oh, we're about to find it. Oh, slow down.
Sorry, I got excited. I saw
Slow down. So, yeah, we missed you too, Monica. We didn't go yesterday because Santino had this huge project, which we'll get into later, that he had to finish up. And then Monica said that sleepwalkers, and this is why I'm terrified of cats.
I liked that one. That one was actually pretty good.
Sleepwalkers. Which one was that? I know the song.
I don't know. It was like cat people, basically.
Oh, gosh. Now I want to go see it just so I could see why you're so scared, Monica. But that makes sense. That's why you don't like the cats. So now Tanya said hers was Poltergeist.
Poltergeist was freaky.
Creepy.
Was it Marianne?
Carrie, what's her name?
Something like that.
Carrie Ann.
I remember, so Tanya, I made a poltergeist reference yesterday because Nola was saying something and I don't know where she was in the room. I'm like, maybe she's in the TV like Poltergeist. Do you remember that?
Ooh, no, I missed that.
So good. If you really want to torture our kids, we could just watch Poltergeist.
How about no?
They'll have PTSD until their 20s.
I don't want our kids to see none of this scariness. No, thank you. What was the one with what's Jack Nicholson.
Oh, The Shining.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Shining's kind of freaky.
I didn't watch that as a kid, but it's scary. But definitely Freddy's the worst. I'll have to ask my cousin if she remembers, terrorizing us as kids. Because my parents didn't let us watch that stuff, but she did. She was like, "I'm gonna scare you kids."
So let me ask our friends out there, Monica specifically, because I know Monica likes to decorate, right?
Right.
So right after Halloween, how soon do the Christmas decorations go up?
Oh my goodness. I know Monica already probably has hers up. She probably has her Santa Mickey out, but with like Halloween clothes on. And she's just going to change his outfit.
Nightmare Before Christmas is one that you could have up for Halloween and leave up all the way through Christmas.
That is very true. Well, we didn't do that this year because guess what? I didn't decorate outside this year for Halloween. Never got around to it. But let me tell you, everyone, I think Saturday is going to be the day when all the Halloween stuff comes down and Christmas explodes at the Silvas.
I don't think so. So just throwing this out there, Santino's birthday is November 27th. He is sick of Home Alone, which is like one of my favorite movies. And what if Santino just decides to be a bah humbug and he doesn't want to have decorations up before his birthday? What would you say to that?
That's too bad because I don't see him doing the decorations.
It's his birthday month. Don't you want to honor his birthday month?
I will honor his birthday month. It will be a layer on top of Christmas, just like Nola has Halloween decorations out and we celebrate her birthday. His birthday's at the end of the month and it's fine. This is tradition. Like it's going to start. Don't even try to turn him on me either because I know you and your little sneaky ways.
Wow.
You're going to try to
saying
plant.
that I would turn our kids against you.
Absolutely. You do it all the time.
What? Oh, hell no.
Plant some seeds like, oh, Santino, you don't really want Christmas up, do you? It's going to ruin your birthday, right?
I would not say that to him.
You for sure would.
You're so full of it.
So is anyone else planning on taking their Christmas decorations out and getting them up this weekend? I'd love to hear about it. Or is there going to be a lag time for Thanksgiving like Chris wants? I mean, like really, how do you decorate for Thanksgiving? Just have nothing? Some warm fall colors?
We actually have a Snoopy up. You can put a little Charlie Brown, some pumpkins everywhere, some marigold flowers everywhere. There's a lot you could do.
Listen, our Snoopy is a Christmas decoration. I don't know what you're talking about. So there you go. You want to bring out the Christmas decorations.
This is what wives do to husbands. See how they just turn our words against us?
I mean, we could always put out cornucopias and pumpkins. That's it. Apples. There you go. It doesn't sound as festive now, does it?
We won't water the grass for a while. Just let it turn yellow.
How about no? Good thing we don't have grass. Oh my goodness. Well, Tanya said I was 3.5 or 4 years old when my parents took us to the movies to see Poltergeist. I'm thinking, oh, that's scary.
Damn, your parents don't love you, girl.
Girl, what were they doing? Why'd they do that to you?
They were like, these kids are bad. We're about to scare Jesus into these kids.
Oh my
Took them to see
goodness.
Poltergeist.
That's scary. No, thank you.
That's dangerous stuff.
She said yes.
Poltergeist it's actually up there being one of the scarier ones. But I really enjoyed that movie. It was so well done at the time. Now, if I go back and watch it now, who knows if I'll still feel the same way.
Right.
But my memories of it it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then they had that little lady,
Oh, yeah.
the psychic, the one that helps bring her back.
The
The graphics too. The graphics were out of this world for back then. That was
I
the
didn't
80s.
want to think about that movie. I'm getting scared just thinking about it.
I want to watch it tonight.
Please wait till I go to sleep and don't have it loud because I don't want to wake up to that and then have nightmares. Look at his eyebrows went up. I got an idea. Oh my goodness. Well, has Mariah finished defrosting yet? All I want for Christmas.
You know what? I love Christmas time.
Yes.
Corey knows I'll put on Coast. I'm listening to Christmas music every single day.
It's going to start on Saturday.
I do
Coast
not want to hear Mariah quite yet. I'm not ready for her yet. She needs to stay frosty.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty, Mariah. I'm not ready for you yet.
Oh my goodness. I know a lot of people are ready for her. She's going to be performing at the Hollywood Bowl. Just saying. I try to get tickets, but they're like $1,500 a ticket to go see Mariah.
That much money on
and it's cold out during this season. You go out there with your cozy jacket, freezing your butt off at the bowl.
If I had a choice and it was great tickets to see Mariah or World Series tickets to see the Dodgers,
I mean,
I'm not even thinking twice. I'm at the Dodger game.
I know, that'd be amazing. Oh, well, too bad you ain't going to get none because I'm sure they're already sold out.
No, because they're about to win.
Yeah, I know they're about to win.
Who else is watching the Dodgers versus the Yankee in the World Series?
I know we are. I know Chris, I was making fun of him last time because he was talking about getting tickets. And I'm like, you don't need to go buy tickets. But we are.
I probably wish we would have because those games were amazing.
I would not have had time to go to
The
none
game
of these
ended
games.
with a grand slam.
And I saw it perfectly from my TV at home. It was great. We were cheering. It was so much fun. Listen. No, I know the energy is probably amazing there. We've seen quite a few people at the games that we know. And wow, what a big fun night full of energy and excitement. Fans were going nuts. I know I was going nuts at home.
I think the city is energized.
Yes.
I haven't seen the city of LA be this energized since back when it was Kobe in his heydays, right? Kobe and Shaq, and they were dominating. Lakers were dominating. I haven't seen LA this energized since then.
Right.
Because people got their Dodger blue on everywhere.
That's true.
Everywhere. I love to see it.
Well, the fans, including us, we are fans, we're hopeful for a clean sweep with Freddie Freeman hitting another home run in Game 4, but the Yankees ended up winning 11-4 last night. So Game 5 in New York tonight at 5:08. We're going to be watching it.
Oh, yeah.
They need to win.
So Santino he's becoming a huge Dodgers fan.
Right.
Which, it's not because he loves baseball, right? It's not even because he loves LA. Mm-hmm. He doesn't bleed Dodger blue. He loves the idea of having no homework.
Yes. So his teacher got them so involved. The whole class, she said, look, you guys, if the Dodgers win the World Series, you guys are getting an ice cream party in those little cute Dodger plastic hats. And so they were so excited about that. Like, yeah, Dodgers, we want you to win. But then she said, if they sweep them, no homework for a whole week. And so Santino was over here cheering, watching the game. I mean, he's even outside with his sister tossing a ball. They got out a baseball bat. They've been playing baseball outside. Now they want to go to the park and start playing baseball. And I'm just like, wow, thank you, teacher, for getting them involved.
You know, this is like the second most influential teacher, because that's influential to make a kid that is not into sports to all of a sudden pick up a baseball bat and go play just by getting them to want to root for the Dodgers.
Right.
I mean, obviously Miss Lee, second grade.
Right. Teacher of the year.
Teacher of the year, but amazing because she got them to love reading.
Right.
That's the biggest gift. But this is cool because it's been taking them outside.
Yes.
They haven't wanted to be on devices. They want to go play baseball, which is amazing. And if they want to get into playing in a league, great.
I don't know about all that. Our kids are not like that. Like, I just want to play for fun. I don't want to play as part of like a regimen. They want to just go outside and have a good time. So Miss Halden is a huge Dodger fan, and thank you for doing that for them. Hopefully they get their ice cream party. I'm pretty confident they are. I think the Dodgers are going to win. I hope they win tonight.
You know, so just to give you an idea of how big of a fan Santino is, everybody knows that Corey loves candles, specifically Yankee candles, right? So the other night, Santino's like, what is this on our table? We can't have Yankee candles on our table. It's about the Dodgers. And I was like,
he was like, why is this here, Mom? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, what? This candle. I'm like, what's wrong with this candle? It's been there. It's been sitting on the table. Yankees? You can't even have this on the table. You need to get this out of here. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so funny. So
he was serious too.
He wasn't playing. I guess I got to get rid of my Yankee
I
candles.
love it. The fandom starting.
Yes.
And thank God it's the Dodgers and not the Raiders.
Right.
Thank you, Jesus. Because I don't wish that upon my worst enemy to be a Raider fan.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Well, we have a lot of comments here from Monica. So I think she's talking about Mariah. She said, yes, she is as far as performing, and she's ready to sing at her highest. Ooh, yeah, she is. She's defrosting.
Can she hit that note still? I don't think she can.
I think she can.
I don't think she can do it.
I mean, don't play with Mariah. She'll have her tea. She'll have her honey in her tea. And then she said the couch is the best front row seats and they are free.
Absolutely.
Laugh out loud.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
For the Dodgers.
I'm with you. Look.
And Mariah.
The thing is, if we went to a Dodger game in the World Series, it'd just be me going. Because we're not paying all that money to go. And it's not fair. I'd want the whole family to go.
Right.
And I'm not paying $10,000. It's probably more than that. It's probably more than that to get a family of 4 to go.
For sure.
Yeah, no, not doing it. Not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Well, presidential election, Chris has in here for our notes today. Get out and vote, everyone. We're now 1 week away from having a new president of the United States. Has anyone voted yet? You know, they have early voting already.
I mean, a couple of days ago, they had like 18 million votes in. So
I know my parents already voted.
It's probably like 50 million by now.
Do you all vote strictly on party lines, or do you vote based on what each candidate has to offer?
So I can read this because I'll read this because Corey doesn't want to read it.
I'm not going to endorse anybody on here.
Definitely endorsing. Everybody do yourself a huge favor and vote for Nathan Hotchman, who's for district attorney of LA. Because right now we got that clown Gassan in. It's like we're like a couple years away from The Purge, if you guys ever seen that movie. I mean, it's just crime everywhere. It's lawlessness. We're seeing people get more bold on the crimes they commit. In broad daylight because they know that Gassan's not going to prosecute them, right? So even police officers don't even want to arrest people anymore because they're just going to let them off with a ticket or a citation
like Gotham
afterward.
City.
It's turning into Gotham City, y'all. So I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Got to get that clown out. I'm an independent, if anybody's wondering, but that's probably, to me, that's the most important vote, that we have the power to decide who's going to win or lose here in LA, right? It's going to affect us directly. As opposed to like presidential race. Yeah, it's obviously important.
Yes.
I get that. But we're in California. It's a blue state. It's going to go blue no matter what. Kamala's going to win these electoral votes. But this is directly affecting us. So I'm hoping that people vote for Hotchman. See, the only reason Gassan still wins is because they got like 20 other candidates. And it's divide and conquer. And that's how the guy wins. Because he's the only person that's actually endorsed by the party. The Democrats are pumping it full of money to get this guy reelected. Why? I don't know. But also, if you get a chance, vote no on Prop 33 and Prop 34. Both of them will hurt homeowners' values and our rights as landlords as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much for giving us your opinion and how you're going to vote. Catching up with the Silvas, Santino completes his first quarter project for fourth grade. Oh my gosh, y'all. This has been a pretty intense project for a fourth grader. I don't ever remember putting something like this together, even in high school.
Honestly,
I feel like it was college level almost.
It's at least high school level, the assignment. I'm so proud of this kid. And I'll have you talk about what he actually did since you were an integral part of him completing it. But I'm so proud of this kid that, yeah, he had some moments of like frustration.
Right.
Which totally get.
Yes.
I think a high school kid would have a moment of frustration doing this project. But, you know, he didn't cry. He didn't throw a tantrum. He got he handled his business and got it done.
Yes, he did.
And if he doesn't get an A, that teacher's going to hear from me.
So he got this thing sent home about a project that's a quarterly project. And it says, congratulations, you've advanced into the algebraic, I don't remember the exact title of it, but he's moving on in math. And so everyone in his class isn't even required to do this. There's only select few kids.
It's like 8 kids, right?
8 kids who are doing this project. And not only is it one project, he has to go through and select 3 different projects out of different categories, put the project together, and then write a 1-page essay on what he did, what he learned from it, and what he'll do better in the next quarter. So this means like every quarter he's going to have this project. And I'm thinking to myself, why did I not ask this teacher, what is this for? Like, what program is he getting put in? Is he going to get like extra credit? Like, what does this entail? I was just like, cool, it's okay, Santino. It looks intimidating, but let's just pick out what you want to do. Well, you know, it's been really, there's been a lot of things going on in life. So we kind of just put it on the back burner because he was a little overwhelmed at first.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. So I finally broke it down with him and I said, let's do an outline. Let's figure out what you're going to do. Come up with a game plan. So we did that. And he just ran with it. He made some really cool things. So he did this numbers chart and he had to determine what was the difference between prime and composite numbers. Flew through that, did amazing. Then he had to create a matching number math equation game. So it's like a memory game. So he created that, came up with the content, typed everything out, put all the cards together.
Came up with the idea too.
Came up with the idea, named it, everything. And then the third project was he had to do a children's picture book on number patterns to teach a child how to learn number patterns. And it was a 10-page book.
This is fourth grade,
with illustrations and everything. And so he came up with the whole story. He wrote it out, typed it up. We printed it onto paper. He did all his gluing. He had a color it was insane. It was very intense.
But you know what?
It's like, wow.
He learned, I think there's so much growth that happened doing this project. He learned organization.
Mm-hmm.
He learned how to put all his ideas on one paper to create that outline because mama taught him. Right. So the next project I think is going to be easier for him than this one.
Well, what he learned, he said in his paper was, I learned that sometimes things seem like they're going to be impossible, but once you sit down and actually just take it on, I could actually get things accomplished. Awesome. And he said in the future, he's not going to wait to the last minute and he's going to do better time management. Yeah, I'm proud of him. So I can't wait to see what happens. Yay. Monica said, yay, Tino. Yeah, I can't wait to see what his teacher says about his projects. We even missed our trip to Disneyland on Sunday.
And we had a planned preview of Tiana's Bayou.
Yeah, well, we were trying to. We didn't get in the queue.
We would have got in, girl. We would have got in.
We were going to try, but we missed out on it. So let me just tell you guys, these ears are on for a reason. In my mind, I am at Disneyland. I haven't been in over 2 months. I'm going through withdrawals over here. I can't wait to go. We're going in 2 more days. Are you excited too?
So excited. Can't you tell?
Oh my goodness. Well, last week, Czech Matt Valencia had a little mini tournament for the kids, which I think is amazing. They just decided to roll out an in-house tournament for their students monthly. And so at the end of each month, I'm assuming the end of each month, they're going to have these tournaments and the kids get a gold medal if they're like king or queen of the mats for that day. And we're super proud of Santino. He ended up winning gold, right?
He had 3 fights.
He had 3 fights and he did amazing. So he won gold for his bracket. We're super proud of him. And when we got home, he put his gold medal around Nola's neck when we're getting in the car because, she fought really hard too. She didn't come up with gold, but he said, "You're a champion, Nola." I'm like, oh, what a sweetheart.
I love those little brother and sister, those sweet moments that they have together.
I know.
Because you got to cherish those because in between those is plenty of arguing and bickering and fighting.
Oh my gosh.
So when you have those little sweet moments, you got to cherish them,
Yes. So parents, what are some moments that you feel you've been doing an amazing job with your kids? Like little moments that they have like that, like I'm doing a good job and it's all paying off. Because I think a lot of the time we focus on the times that they're arguing and really it's not that much, right? Just kind of let it go. So I'm super excited for them.
So let me ask you, how has the fighting been, the arguing, the back and forth since Nola got her own Nintendo Switch for her birthday?
I mean, it's a lot better. They're not fighting over who's going to play what. But Nola does get a little impatient because she was like, I need you to put this on my Nintendo Switch. I need you to sign me up for this thing. We want to be able to talk to each other. So on the weekend, that was like a big task. That was like a 2-hour event trying to get her new sign on, her everything in communication. I accidentally put it on his. And why are there so many things to sign up for just to play on a Nintendo Switch? I want to know that.
Information to capture
Whatever
all the information. Whatever
happened with Game Boys?
Kids.
You just press a button on and you start to play. There's way too many things to sign up for.
All these companies, they want all your data.
Oh my gosh. I was burnt out by that. I was like, here, go play. Go play on your Nintendo Switch.
It's cool though. There's these parental controls because I have the app on my phone. I can see exactly how many minutes they've been playing. I could set it off where, there's a timer for 30 minutes, an hour, how long I want them, it'll just shut off. I have all that from just right there in my phone, in my palm.
Well, look at you. All empowered with your
technology. I feel like Oz.
With your technology. Speaking of technology, this week in the world of AI. So, Chris loves to geek out on AI. I'm going to let him take it away with this because I know nothing.
Well, this app. Talk about this app.
One of our favorite apps websites, Perplexity, is in talks for a funding round that could raise the value of the company to $9 billion. Did we already invest in Perplexity?
No, not
Dang,
yet.
come
It's
on.
not public yet. So it's still a
not.
privately owned company.
Ooh.
So Perplexity, y'all, if you're still using Google, I mean, you're still walking around with dinosaurs. Nobody uses Google anymore. Well, they do.
Plenty of people use Google.
But you shouldn't. So Perplexity is.
They better be paying you for all this advertisement.
Listen, I'm just trying to help people maximize their time with their
trying
families.
to make the world a better place.
Give them more time to just do things that they enjoy.
Right.
Don't waste your time on Google. Get on Perplexity. The speed, the precision, it's second to none. Mm-hmm. You search for something, it has an AI that helps you find like complex answers. Let's say if you're like, hey, I want to find, Mexican food in Santa Clarita, right? Mm-hmm. But if you say, I want to find Mexican food that's vegan friendly, it's going to go through and it's going to tell you specifically where to go. And then you can do a follow-up question. What entrees do they have that are specifically vegan friendly? What do they cook? Like, it has everything where you can't do that on Google.
Right.
It's going to give you like 32 pages of nonsense that you got to go there and research.
Sift through it. Yeah.
Sift through all that crap, where Perplexity gets right to it. So it is definitely my favorite tool. Plus, it's ad-free.
That's always great.
So there's nobody that could just pay to have their advertisement to the top of the page.
Which is what Google does.
Which is what Google does.
You have to scroll through like 4 or 5 of them to finally get to your info.
Just to get to what has the most reviews, right?
That's right.
So that's one of my favorite things to do with that. And the large evaluation, the reason that's news to me and good news is because it means the company has more money to continue to operate and innovate and grow.
Right. Well, Chris is excited about that. Go ahead, Perplexity.
I mean, I personally use it like 10, 15 times a day at least.
I was just on there the other day looking up for the best washer and dryer to replace what we have going on.
So what did you come up with? What brand?
There was some mixed reviews on there. So
what do you got?
I don't have to take a look at it. I don't keep that type of information stored in my head. That's what I got Perplexity for. I'll just search my history and I'll let you know. I think it was like Maytag and Samsung, and we had Samsung.
Okay.
But I don't know how good Maytag is. I don't know.
I mean, Maytag's, it's the one that has a guy who's acting like the washing machine. He acts like he's running. They have really good marketing. I don't know about their
I don't know
appliances, but the marketing's great. I love it.
I'd be curious to know, our listeners, what washer and dryer do you like? Like, I'm serious, because we need to find something to replace ours. I have nothing but problems with the Samsung over time, but I cannot complain. Their customer service has been great, and they're actually sending us a full refund for our washer.
And that thing's
we've had
like
for
7 years old.
Yeah, 7 years old.
Maybe we should get Samsung again.
LG, maybe? I don't know. No, not LG.
We got an LG fridge. We've had problems.
No, you can't do LG for washer dryer.
I don't know. We have to check it out. I think our TV is LG, isn't it?
Our TV is Whirlpool, maybe?
I don't know. I wish there was like a go-to, just all they make is washer and dryers. I don't want you making 50 different things.
Right?
I don't want the Cheesecake Factory of appliances.
That's right.
I just want one, like, give me the In-N-Out burger of appliances. Who is that? I think that's Maytag. Maytag doesn't make TVs.
I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I'll double check again. And if anyone else has any recommendations, let me know. I'm also going to be searching for deals too, because, I know Black Friday's coming up. I don't know if I could wait that long, though.
You could do it. We could wait till Black Friday. It's right around the corner.
I know.
You got like 4 weeks. You're good.
4 weeks isn't that long.
It's not that long.
Well, interest rates, switching things up to real estate and the mortgage industry. Interest rates have been steadily climbing since the Feds lowered the prime rate by 0.25% back in September. A week before the Feds met back in September, the rates dropped to close to a 2-year low of about 5.89%. Wow, that's pretty low. I wish it was still there.
So
today, what is it?
Today, the average is about 6.89. Look, I priced somebody out. They were 7.5%.
Oh my goodness.
We're seeing high 6s, low 7s. But I want you to talk about right here in Santa Clarita, the median price for a home is $785,000.
Okay.
And let's say somebody puts 20% down. Can you give us an idea of what the rates were at 5.89? Because I got the notes here, right?
Oh, okay.
At 5.89, what that principal and interest payment would be?
Back in September is about $3,700. Today, the principal and interest payment on that same house will cost a buyer about $4,100. Wow.
Right. That's a $400 difference.
That's
in a
crazy.
matter of 4 weeks, your payment has gone up $400 if you're looking to buy a house and haven't bought one yet.
I think everyone's sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to come down, but it's like, just get in while the prices are still, relatively lower than what they could be once all the rates finally come down.
Yeah. So, I get it. If you're a buyer out there and this just happened to you, you were looking a month ago and all of a sudden the prices went up $400 a month. I understand, but you gotta see the bigger picture. You gotta look down the road just a little bit,
right?
Because right now it's our job to communicate this $400 difference to the listing agent,
right?
And say, hey, you can't expect my guy to pay full price. The rates just went up. His payment went up $400. Sellers got to kick in. They want to sell this house, right? So you get the deal now on the price or the closing cost, right? And then you refinance next year.
Yes.
So that is huge. I highly suggest that you guys take that into consideration. But, affordability coupled with the unknown of who our next president's going to be has led not only to a slow time, but that September, the closings in September, it was the slowest September in 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
Since 2014.
That's crazy.
All that tells me is sellers out there are getting real desperate, and it's a great time for buyers to jump in and take full advantage.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Speaking of taking full advantage, you want to tell us about the deal of the week?
The deal of the week. This week, our deal of the week is new construction. We know of a builder that is offering a 30-year fixed at 4.99% with a 2-1 buy down. This gives a buyer a 2.99% rate for the first year. And then for the second year, they're at 3.99 and then 4.99% for every year after that. So about 5% on fixed for that entire term of the loan is amazing. So using our same example from before at $785 purchase price with 20% down, a principal and interest payment for 1 year would be about $2,600, year two about $2,900, and every year after that would be about $3,300. That's $760 less than you'd pay for a resale home. That's crazy.
So look, because what we're talking about, regular sellers on resale that, are more emotional sellers, builders are not emotional.
No, they're all about the bottom line.
What's the bottom line? I got to move my product.
Right.
It's now going to be November in a couple days. There's builders that have not hit their quota for 2024 that they're giving the farm away, like what we're talking about here,
right,
because they got to sell X amount of homes before the end of the year. So they're trying to get all these closings done before the end of the year. So if you could picture yourself in a home before the end of the year, you might get lucky and get one of these 4.99s while everybody's scurrying, trying not to get 7%.
Right.
You'd be at 4.99. So there's deals out there. All you got to do is pick up the phone, give us a call. We'll do the research for you and tell you where the deals are.
Absolutely. Well, there's been 96 home listings that have canceled or expired since September 1st.
Isn't that crazy? Almost 100 homes.
Wow. And there are currently 359 active homes on the market in Santa Clarita, and 158 of those have had price reductions.
That's almost half the homes.
This is the perfect time for a buyer to get a great deal on a home.
It's everything we were just saying, right?
Yes. Well, Hazelwood update. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, boy.
Perfect for Thanksgiving time. This home is starting to turn into an absolute money pit. Last month, we found out that the renovation is not going to be completed by Halloween, which that was scary. But then it gets even scarier. It's going to be closer to January of next year. And this past week, the fence fell over on our contractor's truck. Wow, it's just wonderful.
The only thing that was keeping up this huge fence was this poor guy's truck.
Yeah, crazy. We now have to replace 270 linear feet of fence. You guys. That it's going to cost about $25,000.
I wish it was $2,500. I'd pay that in a heartbeat.
Insane. And if that wasn't enough, we have to replace the plumbing.
Wait. There's more?
Always. All I could do is laugh. Like, okay, what else is there? I need to get a loan. I need a loan on this house. And if that wasn't enough, we have to replace the plumbing, drainage, gas lines, and skimmer to the pool. Sounds like another $10K. I mean,
if we're lucky.
And on the bright side, the steel beam is officially installed, which, yay! For the first time, we see a small glimpse of our vision coming to fruition. So
on top of that, today we got some pictures. The new roof is on.
The new roof is in. It's amazing.
So some of it's starting to come around,
It's
right?
coming around. I mean, hopefully we can keep this train, keep going, keep chugging along.
I want to. Yeah, I'm excited to go over there. I would like to do a couple things like, put a shovel in the ground, dig some trees out.
Oh, let's focus on getting your back right. I don't think you need to be doing things like that, as I've said before. We keep telling ourselves that it'll be all worth it in the next year when we're enjoying the home. What are some home renovations you desperately want to complete? Have you ever purchased a money pit? And what is the best and worst renovation you've done to your home? I know Monica just renovated her bathroom and it looks amazing. I love her bathroom.
I haven't
Good
seen
choices.
it. I got to check it out.
You got to check it out. So,
I know we've always wanted a pool in the backyard.
Yes.
And I mean, there'll be a pool in Oxnard, but
not at this house.
Not at this house. You know what's so funny is nothing's changed about this house. We've updated it and stuff, but for some reason it seems to be shrinking. Doesn't our house just feel smaller?
It feels so small.
And we've been pretty good about getting rid of stuff.
Our kids are getting bigger. They need their own space. That's what it is.
Too small. We're outgrowing this house.
We sure are. We got to finish this Oxnard project first.
I know. I can't even think about another house until that house gets done.
I know. I'm ready for it to be done. Well, Chris took his visit over to Spinatomy, which I'm super excited for him because he's had enough of being broken. His back is like literally broken. And, he finally got his MRI done and his back is just so messed up. Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, I knew I was messed up, right? Because obviously I'm in pain like every day. But we got I got the MRI results. First off, who out there has ever had an MRI?
I have not.
You talk about spooky during Halloween. So you feel like a pizza, right? You just get put in this pizza oven.
Is it hot too?
No, it's not hot. It's cold actually, but there's no space in there, like at all. Like
do you have clothes on or you butt booty naked?
No, you're in your clothes.
Okay.
You're in your clothes. You have to take off all metal stuff. So just my belt was off, right? But it's not, you don't have enough space. You can't put your arm up like this, right? So, and you could kind of move it to slide if you had to touch your face.
How long are you in there?
It's like, it felt like an hour, but it's probably like 12 to 15 minutes.
That's it?
I don't think, I don't think, I think if you lined up 10 people off the street, 10 people off the street and you put them in an MRI, I bet you half of them couldn't get it done the first time.
Just take
they
a
would
nap.
panic.
Take
they
a
would
little
panic
snoozy.
and they give you a little thing to squeeze in case you panic.
Really?
So I'm in there. The first like minute that I'm in there, I'm like, I gotta get out of this thing. And my heart's like, doo-doo. It just starts going. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Because I didn't think I was claustrophobic, but you really don't know until you get put into space like that.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm like, okay, close my eyes.
Breathe.
I've had 250-pound men just on top of me at jujitsu, grinding their forearm in my face, right? Like, so I'm like, okay, at least I don't have a forearm in my face. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just going to breathe. I can breathe right now. And now I'm just like calming myself down, right? I'm trying to slow down my heart rate because I could hear it going nuts. From what you can hear, because on top of it being in that small space,
it's loud, right?
There's these crazy, like these noises, like the world's going to end, like the nuclear bomb's going to go off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when am I going to be able to get out of here? So then I thought about so many different things, believe it or not. So we started this cold calling and I started thinking about this sales pitch. How can I make the sales pitch better on the cold calling just to get my mind off of this MRI? So the MRI was scary all by itself, but what was even scarier than the MRI was my results.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the results back.
It's bad, y'all.
L3, L4, L5. It gets from like bad to worse to like almost non-existent. Like this, when they were looking at it, when I saw the face that they made by looking at it, I was like, oh, am I going to die? Because I saw the face and the face was like, wow, it's a lot worse than we thought because it's herniated so bad. It's just so overlapped onto the nerve.
Oof.
And that's why it's so painful for me to stand up for long periods of time.
Right.
And the big joke, we've been talking about this for like 2 years, is when is Chris going to get the scooter at Disneyland? Because the walking kills me.
Are you going to get it?
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get once you get, you bring out the cane or the walker or the scooter, I think it's just, it's going to be hard to go back.
Right.
Right. So I just don't want to do that. I'm just going to push through it. I'll sit down when I need to sit down. I'll stretch when I need to stretch. Right. But I'll just grin and bear it. But yeah, they were wondering, they're like, how do you don't like, what drugs are you on basically? Like prescribed drugs from the doctor? Like nothing. I don't even like taking ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And they were shocked because
most people would have had to resort to that.
They said most people, the pain medication won't even help them deal with that level of pain.
Oh my gosh.
They're already over it.
Yeah. Well, I guess this leads to a question. You know, this treatment that he's getting, it's pretty pricey, but what is your health worth to you? After all, they do say health is wealth. So for the next 3 months, Chris will give us updates on his treatments and hopefully he will be healed.
So I had a small treatment. I forget the name of it. I'm going to get really good with these names. So that way, in case anybody wants to search it up, like the young kids say, they could search it up online.
That's how Santino.
That's how Santino says it.
You got to search it up.
I got to search it up. But this one that I got yesterday, it was like some sound activation thing. And like I kind of thought it was
sound waves.
Yeah, it was like kind of like sound waves, I think. And they put gel on your back and then they put it on your back. But anyhow, I was like, this is not doing anything. I'm just laying there. I'm like, this is not doing anything. And then it hit like a certain place that was really painful. And I was like, oh, okay. So hello. Yeah. So then I started to feel like, okay, well, maybe it is doing something, right? And then, of course, I got a little rub down, which was so nice. And then they put some gel on your back, kind of like a Bengay. So I was feeling good for a while, but today I'm really sore.
Oh yeah, your body's like, what did you do to me?
It's
is crazy. It's like you made me feel good and now it's back to normal. This is not good. It probably feels worse because you knew how it felt when it was good.
Yeah, so it moves some stuff around. And this is what's so interesting, you guys. So like I had a consultation and I'm not gonna poo-poo on Unruh Spine Center here in U-Haul, but I've been going to Unruh Spine Center for years, right? And already, look, I've only been to this place one time. Right. Well, twice now. I got like the presentation. Just the presentation alone was like another level of, I don't want to say competency, professionalism, right? Like when you go to Unruh, they check you out, you're not getting an MRI done. No. They're just like kind of feeling your body around and they're adjusting you, right? But this place, I got the MRI done. They see what's wrong with me. Because wouldn't you agree that you would need to know what's wrong with somebody before you could actually treat them?
Absolutely.
So that's number one. Two, things that I never knew, and I'm surprised I didn't search this up, is they could tell you based on, and they have a presentation, like it's a huge wall art, but it's a TV, right? So then it tells you based on whatever disc it is, what that affects in your body. So I drink a ton of water, you guys, like more than anybody I know. I drink like 6 of those big things a day, right? Probably maybe 6 liters of water a day. So I'm constantly having to pee. But like sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to drink water before I go to bed because I don't want to have to wake up to use a bathroom, right? Well, so I learned that your L5 pushes on your nerve, which also pushes on your bladder. So it makes you have to use the bathroom.
So maybe it's all tied into your back.
I'm sure it's tied into my back because I always got to pee, right? So and then it's so cool how it could just tell you all the issues that you would have just based off of which herniated disc you have and how bad it is. And what I'm excited to see, because I go back tomorrow, is I'm excited to hear about the report from the MRI. Because all I got back was, I went immediately after I got the MRI done, I got the CD, I took it back to the place. But the radiologist, I think is what he's called, that does the MRI, they hadn't typed up the report yet. So I'm going to know like how many decimeters off or millimeters off, or how bad is it herniated, all that stuff. What is it touching? So I think I'll get those results by tomorrow.
Nice.
So if it works, because I think we're all looking, like if anybody's ever been in real pain, right? Like back pain, knee, whatever, we're all looking for like, what's that magic pill or the dream of being healthy again.
Right.
Like if I can actually get that, if I can get to like 90% of what my back should be, man, that is priceless. Forget pricey, absolutely. It's priceless.
Absolutely.
So I hope that this is the answer.
I hope it helps you.
I don't know that it is, But you guys
I'm
are going to find out.
optimistic.
You guys are going
I'm
to find out because we're going to
optimistic.
talk about it every week.
Well, let's see. Well, my mom says she has to do an open MRI. What's an open MRI?
So I'll tell you about it because that's what they should have did for me.
That's
They
what
should
they
just
keep it
offer.
open.
They should just offer people open MRIs. Like, why do you want to put people in these little
It's maybe easier.
pizza ovens? Well, I'm sure it's probably cheaper, right? But like the open MRI is where you have open space, so you're not sitting there having a panic attack.
Oh my god!
It's inside your coffin. I think there's more space in a coffin than there is in these little MRI.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So, which another thing I was thinking about when I was in the MRI machine. Just want to reiterate that I do want to be cremated. I do not want to be in a coffin because if I wake up in one of those things, I'm gonna die.
You're crazy. You will already be gone, baby.
Yeah, don't put me in one of those things.
Oh
I do
my
not want to be in a coffin.
goodness. Well, my mom also made a comment. She's here with us. I didn't even get to say hello to her.
Hey, Mama.
Hi, Mama. She is praying for the Oxnard home. I know she's waiting. She
You
wants
better
to
get your
move
pray
in.
on, girl. Keep praying.
Keep praying.
She's living on a prayer.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Sorry, I just saw that quote for the fence, and I'm feeling some type of way about that
I know.
house.
We need to find out a way to get that way cheaper. And Monica says she wants a pool too. I know. Pools. It would be so nice in Santa Clarita.
The thing is, Monica,
It's so hot here.
Here's what I tell myself to make myself feel better: is eventually the kids don't even care about the pool, but they want them right now. This is
No, they want it right now.
this is like prime pool age.
Oh yeah.
Like I think for another 5 years, 6 years, that they just like they'll live in the pool right now.
Oh yeah.
I know. I wish we had one.
You just sold yourself on it. Now I got to get a house bigger with the pool.
Let me try to pay for this Oxnard house first.
I
girl.
know. Well, coming up tomorrow is Halloween, and Nola has her class party, which is being put on by yours
truly
truly
over here.
and the other room mom, Sophia. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we have a bunch of parent volunteers, including Chris. He's going to be there. I think we have 10 people volunteering total. So that's going to be a fun party. And we have little, setups all ready to go, games and treats. It's going to be a good time. The teacher couldn't believe it. She's like, you don't need my help for anything? No. You can just lead it. We'll tell you what we're doing.
Got this, girl.
Okay. Perfect.
That'll be cool if there's another dad in there. I'm always like the only dad.
I don't know. We'll see. It looked like all moms this time. Yeah. No bingo.
I always get the
Chris
bingo game.
loves bingo for the kids' parties, but this mom was like, no bingo. I don't like it. I was like, okay.
Dang,
I
kids
was
love
like,
bingo.
I said, that's because Chris wasn't holding the bingo game. He makes the kids dance and get crazy.
Yeah, they not only if they get bingo, that's just part of it. You got to get up and dance and sing. Like I make them do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Maybe we'll sneak it in for you. You got to convince Sophia.
Oh boy, I'll talk to her today at pickup.
Hey, Soul's here with us. Hey, Soul, thanks for joining us. She said, how fun. Soul's always putting on fun events at her school too. She's a good room mom. I think she's on the PTA as well.
Great mama.
I know. And then, of course, Friday is Disneyland. Woo! I can't wait. I hope nothing comes up that I have to cancel this reservation again.
Now we're going. There's no school this Friday.
I know.
So
I'm
I
so
really want to go at
excited.
the butt crack of dawn. We're putting these kids to bed early. Oh no, they're not
Okay.
going to go to bed early because it's Halloween.
Well, they're going to wake up early. We're going to go in there. It's going to be nice and dark in their room. Flip that light on.
I want to
Let's
pack
go.
that car up the night before with the stuff we need.
Okay. You
Pack
said
the
it right
snacks
here. I'm down. Let's go. Let's do it.
I really would love to get there early. But
Me too.
doesn't that park open at 10?
Huh?
The park opens at 10, I think.
No.
We got to check because we're going to California Adventure first.
It doesn't open at 10. I think it's 8.
We'll check.
10.
We'll look it up on Perplexity. See what it says.
Or you could just go on the Disney app. It'll tell you right there when you log in.
I think the producer's going to look it up right now for us.
Oh my goodness. So we do have a reservation for California Adventure. We have to wait till noon to try to get on Tiana's Bayou.
We can do it. Just start 11:59. Just start hitting refresh.
I know. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So Soul already let us know she's a fellow Disney fanatic. They open at 8. So we'll be good. We'll be good.
I want to be there before 8, like parking lot 7:15.
This guy. Okay,
Boom, let's
everyone.
go.
Yeah, right.
Let's
That's
go.
what Chris says. He's always lagging in the morning. And I never push him anymore. I used to get like a little flustered when we wouldn't be leaving by a certain time. Now I'm just like, whatever, we get there when we get there.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Well, we'd have to have a place to rest after because if you get there like at if we get there really early, it's Friday. There's gonna be traffic on Friday coming home, so you really can't leave the park until like 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Or else you're gonna get stuck on the freeway
Right.
anyway. So maybe we'll just go take our time, go have something to eat, relax a little
Have a
bit.
little snooze. They should have little areas where you could take naps at Disney.
So downtown Disney,
Like a family nap room.
downtown
you
Disney
people-
opens up at 7.
Oh, downtown opens at 7.
So if we want to get something to eat down there and whatnot, the
okay.
little Starbucks over there is about 7 o'clock. Get a little muffin for the kids.
How about I just feed them before we leave?
Because, girl, they're not going to eat at that time.
I know.
Our kids are like, they're just particular about certain things, right? I wake them up in the morning. I know that they're not going to eat right away.
They'll eat, treat it like a school day. It is Friday. They do eat at 6 a.m. or 6:30 usually. Just treat it like a
They're
school
usually
day.
eating by like 7.
Listen. If you wake them up on
So
time,
what else is coming up this week?
Friday's also Diwali, right? Or is it on Halloween?
I think it's on Saturday. I could be wrong.
Diwali's coming up. And then Dia de los Muertos, that is the day after Halloween, right? That's on Saturday.
Sunday.
Or, what is it?
Sunday.
Oh, November 2nd.
That's
Sunday.
coming up this Sunday.
Okay, and then the end of daylight savings time.
Wait, so do we gain an hour? Is that what happens?
You fall back, right? So you gain
Fall
an
back-
hour.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Wait, but that's on Saturday night. It rolls into Sunday,
Right.
right? Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited about that. So the sun's going to set earlier. There's going to be shorter days, but that's okay. And then we're going to have our holiday photos this Sunday. So we get that extra hour of sleep, be all nice and refreshed before we do our
You
photo
get your
session.
little extra hour to get ready.
Yeah.
Take your sweet time.
Take my sweet time
Yeah.
after a long day at Disney, get over that Disney hangover. What I love the best about our holiday photos that we do with Lisa is she is amazing. She's gotten it down so good that our photo shoot time is 15 minutes. You show up, you spend 15 minutes with her, in and out of there. Done. Perfect for kids.
Listen, Lisa's so good. And she has such a huge client base here.
Mm-hmm.
She travels from out of state.
She lives in Nashville now. She moved to Nashville, like 3 years ago?
I don't know. it's a
And
while
she
back.
flies out here just for 1 or 2 weekends to do all her holiday photo shoots.
That's
and just
awesome.
stacks it. Actually, it's 1 weekend. I love her. She's so good. I can't wait to see what she does.
Yeah, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
great.
fun. I'm curious to see what our outfits are gonna be.
Me too.
I don't even know what we're gonna
Trying to
wear.
figure that out still.
It's so funny.
I
I'm
just
like a kid.
happened to look at the watch because someone was like, "Hey, do you want to have a play date this weekend for Nola?" And I said, "Let me just check and see what's happening on our calendar." Oh shoot, we got family photos. I got to get on that. So yeah, we don't have anything yet.
It's so funny. So like, I'm a kid when it comes to family photos. I just go on the bed and I see what outfits laid out for me. Oh, that's what I'm wearing? Okay.
Okay, you just got to match. You're gonna go with the flow.
Hey, at least I keep it simple. Whatever you want us to wear, we just
That's
put it
what
on.
we're wearing. Yeah.
We just put it on. There's no arguments, none of that.
Nope. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait. And then of course, Election Day is coming up. It's on the 7th, right? 6th, 7th. I'm gonna vote early.
6th. Yeah, November 6th.
November 6th.
I mean,
I'm voting early.
I
so.
hope we get on the night of the 6th, I hope we get the results, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be another like lag time of 24 hours before we find out who actually won.
We should know by next show. Excited to see. Well, everyone, that's going to be our show. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us weekly on Facebook Live, or you can watch the show on YouTube. And to listen anytime you want, you can download full episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We are your hosts, Chris and Corey Silva, and we'll catch you next week.
Let's go Dodgers!
Let's go Dodgers!